Hello, this is Linkonair and Mike, and we are going to play Metroid Fusion for an hour while we talk a bunch of nonsense, and by nonsense I mean topics that Michael selected.
Yeah, so this probably won't end well because he asked me to select topics, but we'll do our best.
Indeed.
So yeah,
if you're wondering why we skipped the intros, because we are only playing for an hour, and I didn't want to waste anyone's time. But let's face it, that intro is long.
yeah, and wordy. Also, well, that brings us to our first topic. Why Metroid Fusion, Linkonair?
Well, I actually prefer Metroid Fusion for speedrun play over Super Metroid, just because it's a bit more streamlined. I know it gets a lot of complaints about its linearity, but I actually find it a bit more fun because of it, in some ways. I like the exploration of Super Metroid a lot more, though, and I do like the experience of Super Metroid as a whole much more. That's just me.
And I'm probably the worst person to comment on these because I think Metroid Fusion is the only Metroid game I've come close to legitimately beating.
And if I look like I'm having a hard time with playing this, it's because I'm playing it with a 360 controller on an emulator. Yeah, it can make it a bit awkward at times.
Although I got really far in this game, given that I played it almost entirely with a frickin' keyboard.
Yeah, at least you have a controller now.
Oh no, I don't, it broke.
You should probably continue this game sometime.
Oh, wanna.
Right, so let's move on to some topics, because otherwise it's just gonna keep meandering around.
Yeah, so first things first, we're playing this because it's a game from your time as Little Linkonair, yes?
Yes, when I was in like 6th grade or so, which was about... How old am I? 20, so I guess I was like... That was 10 years ago? Holy shit.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Hasn't really been that long. It feels like just yesterday I was playing this.
Yeah. Imagine the realization I had when I realized, as I bought my brother Pokemon cards, that I had Pokemon cards before he existed. Like, and that was a thing that I had and immediately lost.
Huh. Man, how time
crap.
flies.
Being an adult is garbage. That is why I like childhood games a lot, I guess, because like I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 right now, because that game is my jam.
Actually, I haven't been playing a lot of old games myself lately. I've also been playing newer stuff.
Yeah, but you have like a game review job thing you do.
True.
I don't. So, yeah, because they had to rebuild Kingdom Hearts from the ground up with 1.5, and it looks fantastic.
They had to build it from the ground up?
Yeah, they lost all the original files.
How did they do that?
I don't know, but like, you know, like the guard armor from the original game?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it looks fantastic. It's not just purple, it's like a bunch of different colors, and it looks really good. And then like the chameleon thing, they made into this like, they gave it like tribal designs on its back, and it looks really cool now.
Huh.
Like they took everything about the game that was garbage, like visually, and made it less garbage, from what I can tell.
Damn it, I stopped at the navigation station again.
You're not supposed to?
I was just telling me to go into the next room.
Yeah, right, no, you have to walk into the room first, and then turn around and stop.
I wasted time! Damn it.
Oh no.
I can never speedrun now.
Yeah, you killed it forever. It's never coming back, ever. So you have to stop in the navigation room? No. Okay, I do remember how this game plays.
And now we get to murder event. So, do you want to move on to another topic now, or what?
For a split second, I thought you said it, now we get to the murder event. Like Vince McMahon was about to come down and be like, "Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble." That's not Vince McMahon at all. Boxing announcer guy, whatever his name is. That guy. Yeah, okay. Next topic. It is not falling, unfortunately. Our next topic is, what is your favorite game on portable systems, since this is, you know, a Game Boy Advance title and whatnot?
Pokemon Soul Silver. Or you said Game Boy Advance?
I said portable game title in general, so I'll accept it. Game Boy Advance, though, also, because that sounds interesting.
Game Boy Advance. That's tough. I actually didn't own a lot of Game Boy Advance games, despite the number of great titles on it. I guess it would be this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable. For me, it was Dragon Ball Z Boost Fury. Or just any of the Legacy of Goku games, but particularly two of Boost Fury. Because, oh my gosh, those games are super grindy, but they're super fun. Like, I still own a copy of Boost Fury that I just keep around in case I ever really want to play it. And it's fantastic. It still actually really holds up, and is surprisingly difficult.
And this is going surprisingly well.
Yeah, and my favorite portable game in general would probably be... oh, jeez. I guess... Final Fantasy VI Advance, or... is it Advance I'm thinking of? Oh, no. Yeah. Phoenix Wright. What am I saying? Of course it's Phoenix Wright.
I also like the Fire Emblem games, but I haven't been able to beat a single title.
That's, yeah. My girlfriend ended of the new Fire Emblem time travel, and I got more. I really don't remember this game at all. Did we just fight a space armadillo? Did we just fight a space armadillo? And then it turned into goo?
Yes, it's an X-parasite. They mimic the genetics of whatever they consume or something. I'm not going to get into the story since we're only playing this for an hour, unless the viewers want us to play through the whole thing, which we can do at a later date or something.
Oh, God. We'd have to make another Metroid. Oh, God. I don't know if I can handle... I can probably handle that, I guess. Oh, I've never noticed the dead random scientist there. I assume they all just got zombified.
Close enough. I really wish I could see my health. You viewers can't see it, but there's a giant number 20 over my screen.
We gotta know the frame rate, Ronnie, because if the frame rate dies, you probably do too.
That's true. I didn't know this game only ran at 20 frames per second, but then again...
It's a Game Boy Advance game.
I know.
Did you expect it to run at like 60 frames a second, 1080p?
It should.
Every game should. Nintendo should retroactively make every game run at 1080p.
I'd like to see them remake Super Metroid on Other M's engine for graphics. And, you know what? I don't hate Other M. I actually liked it. The story was complete and utter shite, but everything else I thought was fun.
But the deleter, Ronald. The deleter.
That's part of the story that I don't give a shit about.
But it's so dumb, and it makes no sense, because then they never close on it. Who was the deleter?
To be fair, none of that story added anything to the franchise at all.
The baby.
About all the story did in Other M was... Adam Malkovich dies, and that gets explained. That's it.
The baby. Oh yeah, Adam gets featured in this game, doesn't he?
I can't remember if this is the Metroid game that has the living fake expansion packs for Samus's missiles, or if that's the Super Metroid.
Living fake expansion packs?
Yeah, there's like some that'll sprout wings and fly around, and you have to kill them with missiles.
That is super dumb. I have never encountered those ever.
And now for the scariest thing in the game. This scared the piss out of me as a kid.
Well, super well executed for one.
The eyes, man, the eyes!
Zoinks.
So, any more topics?
Oh, right, the topics. 1 minute. Yeah. Have you been? Yeah. What new games have you been getting into beyond review? If you can talk about them, because you know you're a games reviewer and whatnot.
I've been playing through Lords of Shadow 2 in between school and editing my next review, which is Lords of Shadow 1. Lords of Shadow 2 seems like garbage, but it's like the type of garbage that I might play every now and again for the good bits. A guilty pleasure. You know? It's not something I'd recommend easily to people. You need to really, like, you have to be able to tolerate the shit. Because the shit is really shitty.
So it's like me and Anarchy Reigns, then.
Pretty much.
God, I unironically love Anarchy Reigns so much. Also, I've been playing a lot of Civilization recently, like a lot. Like, I have 4 different Civ games now, it's ridiculous. I don't even know what's happened in my life. I somehow managed to collect 3, 4, 5, and Civ for consoles, all within the space of, like, 2 weeks. Why are games being made so inexpensive and free, Ronald? I need my time.
Free? Should I start undressing into a swimsuit of some sort?
We don't have time. Also, we don't have anyone who's good enough for the camera.
Fair enough. I don't look like a model, so it might not be appealing to the audience.
No, that means it's extra appealing to the audience. Because you got, like, not quite... You got that weird, doughy British guy face that the internet seems to love for some reason. Like the Benedict Cumberbatch.
I hate those things. They're really hard to deal with the 360 controller.
Yeah. They're really hard to deal with in general, if I remember this game correctly. I could be totally wrong. I'm probably totally wrong.
Probably. Then again, last time you played it on a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah. It's kind of the definitive experience of my life. Just mouse and keyboard, beyond what is logical or good.
Apparently the release of Dark Souls 2 on PC has been delayed a little bit.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it because?
But it gives me more time to review the things I want to review in the meantime.
Is it because they realized the original PC port of Dark Souls was garbage and they want to do it slightly more justice this time, maybe?
Possibly.
Because that's one of the things I've heard that's leveled against, like, the PC port of Dark Souls, is that it's not good. It makes people sad on their insides.
Didn't even see him.
Yeah. Also, I finally tried 99 Nights. You know that launch title that's like, you can fight whole armies and it's not Dynasty Warriors. Try it out.
Ooh, piss. Almost fell into the lava.
Does the lava instant kill you in this game, or
It drains your health slowly. Or rapidly. One of the two.
Find out quick. Actually, no, you never saved ever.
I think the only game where it instantly kills you is Other M, maybe? I think. Or maybe it's no game.
Gosh, this is ridiculous. I can't even. How do you know all these things? The location of these things?
How do I know what?
How are you moving through this game so quickly? This is ridiculous.
I have played through it like at least 10 times. It's one of those games I go back to frequently.
Oh, okay.
It's just a really fun game to speedrun on the Game Boy Advance.
Also, why are those frogs the common enemy?
I have no clue. I guess they're a common thing on SR388.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume SR388 is the thing you're on.
No, that's the planet below this ship.
Whatever.
Fuck, hey.
No.
Are
You
you
gotta
sure?
take me to dinner first. I don't know what kind of girl you think I am.
Fuck water.
Oh no, it sounds like it's a tad difficult. Water is super duper heavy.
but the ocean has curves like a woman and it never complains or anything. It's perfect.
Dude, the ocean complains all the time. Have you seen Castaway starring Tom Hanks?
Fair enough.
When the ocean complains, there's like Kraken death.
That's not the ocean's fault.
It's totally the ocean's fault. The ocean's like, yeah, you're in my waters.
So, next topic.
Oh, right. Those are pretty important, because otherwise we're just gonna be here. Early access games on Steam. What are your thoughts about them?
Shit. Most of them are complete and utter shit. Starbound? I don't care for Starbound.
And the more important star-based game with early access, Star Wall.
Star Whale?
Yeah, with the narwhals and the sword fighting and the heart stabbing.
You know who else does heart stabbing?
Who else?
Patrick Stewart.
Why? Why is he even relevant?
He is
No one
dead,
has
and
any
he
more
must
great
kill
tea.
Dracula. I don't know.
Oh hey, it's the Chozo. Not Cholo.
This.
Imagine Metroid game where you can just fight Cholos. Like just just Samus goes to Earth and fights off Mexican gang members.
She can't go to Earth, she would destroy it in the end.
You gotta break eggs to make an omelet.
At some point, every planet in the Metroid universe must blow up. It is the law. I think.
Actually, I'm betting the surprise twist ending is that Miyamoto is like, no, you shan't be destroying Earth this time. And then he summons like a giant force field with his Miyamoto goodness.
True.
Or Mario stops him somehow. Maybe Mario. Mario is the hero we obviously deserve.
I like how the speed goes slightly down, makes it a lot easier to hit the shorter enemies.
What, the charge beam?
Yeah.
Can you actually make a charge shot?
Yep.
Oh, hey.
Also, there's a secret room right here.
How the lump did you... What the...
Although I always have trouble with the wall jump in this game.
Yeah, the wall jump in this game is really bad. It's really difficult. Because it's super finicky. Oh jeez, the frame rate started dying on my...
I'm done here. I'm not even gonna attempt that. Never been able to get the hang of the Metroid Fusion wall jump.
Do a Shine Spark.
I can't do it without the speed dash.
Don't let the game tell you what to do. Just do it. Shine Spark. Shine Spark through the whole game. Click. Isn't there a way to like get the speed dash super duper early or something super duper early?
Not in this game, I don't think.
You can get something really early and it changes the game.
I know
From
you
what
can
heard.
skip a power-up.
Skip a power up?
Yeah, you can skip like the diffusion missile later on.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into it. Recharge.
Oh my gosh, this is so... Yeah, can't you get like ice missiles early or something like that?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really remember. I haven't played this game in a couple years.
Fair enough.
What's the next topic?
Oh, right. Sorry, I got distracted. Pokemon. Oh yeah, dude. Pokemon is on Netflix now, and it's amazing. That's what I did, like, all day today, pretty much, between that and Civilization. And also I played a little Left 4 Dead, I guess, because I got bored and wanted to try it out.
I see.
Dude, it's ridiculous. The voice acting is horrible, but I love it. Also the Poke Rap. So much Poke Rap. Cause you know they did songs at the end of the episode?
Well, I have the songs on my phone.
You do? Oh god, you do.
It is simultaneously the worst and best purchase I've ever made, short of buying Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2.
God, you would play those all the time. I'm kind of glad, in a weird way, that we don't live in the same area, so I don't have to deal with the whole...
I mostly listen to J-pop and J-rock anyway.
That's true, I guess.
My favorite song is Bloomin' Crons from Kill la Kill. That song is just badass.
Yeah. But the anime is ridiculous, because there's, like, no logic, and, like, nothing makes sense. Like,
damn it, Michael, you're using your brain again.
Like, the first Pokemon battle Ash gets into is a Metapod battle, but they just sit there using Harden for 5 hours and no one stops them.
Are they insinuating something?
Yes. I'm insinuating that's a bad idea to just sit around in a forest getting Harden with dudes. I mean, working out is fun and all, but you gotta draw a line somewhere.
There's also that one rock trainer that uses an Onyx and 2 Geodudes.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing. That's beautiful, actually, because that... You will never pick up on that, because it's not like he drops off straight once and he's like, check it. He's just like...
His testicles have arms.
And biceps. Ridiculous biceps.
Oh, my testicles have arms.
Well, it's more of a putting the work in, I mean... Oh yeah, and Pidgeotto was a jobber in the early episodes. Like, he just gets bodied by everyone.
Are the Pokemon episodes of the first season shittier than I remember them being?
Yes and no.
Good to know.
Yes, in that sense of it's dumb, it's super dumb, but it's also a TV series that's about as old as we are, so you kind of know what you're expecting. If that makes any sense.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. It's like that Dragon Ball Z thing where you can't really feel betrayed by it because it's way too old for you to be mad that it's not good.
Yes.
Or like...
Power level is millions.
You know what holds up really well, actually? Static Shock.
Oh yeah, I missed that show.
I downloaded all of it and started watching it recently. It holds up really well. Like, oh my gosh.
Also Spectacular Spider-Man, because that show was the shit.
That show was awesome.
I know.
Oh, dude, have you seen the previews for the new Spider-Man movie that doesn't look good at all?
No.
It's bad. Like, Rhino's there for some reason. Also, Jamie Foxx's Electro, and he's probably going to be the best part of the movie.
I'm hoping that movie will be good. I like the first Amazing Spider-Man, though Peter Parker was stupid.
Yeah, but the Peter kind of ruins it. The Peter and the fact that they're choosing Gwen Stacy and they killed her father and then made him break his promise to him, which is super dumb and... Mostly because I like it way better if, like, they used her father's death to characterize Gwen in this. She turns to Peter because she's like, hey, my dad's dead. You're like one of the only dudes I have left in my life or something or whatever. Hey. And he's like, no. But she's like, hey, I'm Emma Stone. And he's like, hey, you're Emma Stone. And, you know, there's some actual character development instead of just, I'm going to break the promise I made to your father on his deathbed. You know.
Brilliant.
Like, comparatively speaking. Instead, they're just like, nah, he's just gonna be a stupid dirtbag that everyone should hate. Because that's the worst thing about this movie, is that he's like a total dirtbag, and he's a really cool guy that everyone's like, oh, but he's a huge nerd because everyone picks on him and stuff, and I'm like, he's like, he skateboards, and it's his destiny to be Spider-Man or something like that.
Science. I don't know.
And also, Harry Osborn's in this new movie for no reason, because they didn't introduce him in the last movie.
Yeah, why not?
That's what a mistake that was.
Did they even introduce him in the first original Spider-Man movie trilogy?
Yeah, he was James Franco.
He was in the first episode. I mean, the first movie.
Yeah, in the original first movie. Yeah, because the original villain is Green Goblin, because they're like, we gotta start strong.
Alright. He wanted revenge on Spidey.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's like half the plot of both movies. But it's really well executed compared to this one, where it's like, oh yeah, Doc Connors is here, I guess. And like, you should be irresponsible, I guess. But you're a really cool guy, so you don't really need to be responsible. Although I will admit, they handled Peter's wit very well. They really nailed down witty Peter compared to like the original Spider-Man, Sam Raimi movies. We haven't talked about this game in forever.
Yeah, what's there to talk about? I'm just shooting stuff and jumping. Jump and shoot.
Jump and shoot, woman. Oh my gosh. The design for this... all the creatures in this game are really well designed.
Shit!
Can you kill that blue thing even? Oh, okay.
I needed the health. I think I needed the health anyway.
Yeah, you probably needed the health. I can't tell. You're on like 220 something. You have at least one energy tank left.
I still find it odd that that platform is there, because I'm not sure how you're supposed to realize it's there. There's nothing to hint that it's there.
I literally gave up and then you told me how to do it. I never like figured that out on my own.
I don't see how anyone could figure it out without just bombing the floor repeatedly, trying to figure out how to make progress.
Like, I feel like that section's designed so you do just that. Just get frustrated and start bombing the floor. But that's super dumb.
It is. You'll hear no argument from me. I'd really like to see a continuation from where Fusion left off, because, well, they kind of left it hanging. The entire Federation is against Samus, and that's it. It just ends.
Wait, really? What?
It ends with Samus, an AI, a bird, and monkey thing.
Wait, what was that about monkeys?
Yeah.
Dude, break it up. I'm getting nothing. I see the sound waves moving, that implies you're saying something, but I'm getting nothing.
You're not getting any visuals?
No, sound.
You're not getting any sound?
Now I'm getting sound. I wasn't for a while there.
Yeah, well, you weren't missing much.
You were talking about Bird. I was confused. I don't even care how this game ends. I gave up a while ago. Oh, so why is there a door before the boss?
I don't know, why not?
It doesn't... Like, everything else about the game's design and flow feels logical, except for the boss door.
Oh, the X want to protect the bigger X, I guess? I don't know, it's the best explanation I can come up with.
Like, I know why it's in there from a design standpoint, as a way to challenge you, but also reward you in terms of the health and stuff.
Time to fight the jumping condom.
Door. But, like, there's no explanation. You could bomb your way out of that? I am so garbage. Yeah, that'll teach you kids to use protection, or whatever.
Yeah, I did much better on this last time.
When was last time?
I don't know, like a week ago?
Oh, okay. I don't even remember. Is this... aren't all these creatures from, like, previous Metroid games or something?
No, not really. Most of these are new. Actually, pretty much all of them are new.
Doesn't Ridley make an appearance?
Sort of. It's Ridley X.
Because I hear you kids love your Ridleys.
The boss fight of Ridley and Other M was freaking awesome. Especially the track. It was like the best Ridley fight ever.
the cutscene preceding it is super dumb, though.
I'd be surprised if something I knew I blew up along with a planet came back to life.
But they never tell us that, so it feels dumb. It's one of those things where they try to show but don't tell, but since we have no idea what they're showing us, telling would have worked better.
Fair enough, I guess.
And it just leaves you confused and feeling like sad on the inside, because you're like, I've bodied this fool at least 4 times now. A lot more if you're gonna count the Metroid Prime games. And you expect me to believe that suddenly I'm oh jeez. Go hit him. Give him a drop kick. It does not seem like a good idea to follow the SAX.
Oh, it's the only option.
Just go back up from whence you came.
I'm really glad I got the high jump now.
What do you mean?
I can jump higher.
Yes, that's kind of a given.
I can also make my balls jump.
Okay, fair enough. That's pretty cool. What's in that water down there? Is it important? I take it it's not.
Nah, I'm not gonna bother. I don't like dealing with water without the gravity suit, unless I have to.
Why did you just bomb the floor and then leave?
Because I remembered that that room doesn't go anywhere.
Oh. Man, you've forgotten more about this game than I literally ever do.
I haven't played this game in a few years. You're lucky I remember as much as I do.
Again, you know more than I literally have ever known about this. Okay, so anyway, dude, they beat the game on Twitch Plays Pokemon.
I have not been paying attention to that at all, aside from them referring to the Helix fossil as God.
Yeah, they beat the game. It's ridiculous. It only took them 16 days.
What?
It's a triumph of the human spirit. I want a movie about Twitch Plays Pokemon.
I hear they raged when they changed it to a democratic system.
It got changed to democracy?
Yeah, they changed the system to democratic, so it took a tally of how many people chose what input, then it went with whatever that was. But then people got frustrated, so they just kept pressing start all the time until they changed it.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
Because it was apparently less fun when everyone's input wasn't valid.
Yeah. That's a pretty true statement.
Yeah.
But it's also just amazing to imagine that literally, like, you know, a couple 100,000 people all sitting down at once to play a singular game at the same time somehow managed to beat it. Especially given that they got rid of their Charmeleon, or Charizard, starter, whatever it was.
Yes.
Also, it's just impressive. Like, I can't wait to see what comes out of the fact that Twitch Plays Pokemon was a successful thing.
I wonder what's next. Twitch plays Pokemon Silver?
Twitch Plays Street Fighter.
That sounds horrible.
Oh god,
Actually, it sounds like a good way to execute combos.
No, because you'd have a bunch of buttons and directions all fighting for control. Not to mention, it's damn near impossible to do special. It might not even be possible to do special moves fast enough. Like, to do the inputs fast enough to get an appropriate special move going.
True.
But in my dreams, it'd work. I don't know, what else could Twitch play? Twitch plays Call of Duty.
Yeah, I don't even see how that would work.
It's probably best you don't.
And now we
You
are
don't
in
see,
Aqua.
just experiences. Team Aqua?
Pretty much.
Are they gonna get rid of all the land? You're probably gonna have to bomb it if I remember correctly.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, if you're not watching Kill la Kill, you should be.
Yes. By the third episode, it looks like the final boss fight of most other animes.
And then it only escalates from there.
And if we're lucky, it'll turn into a mid-sized sedan and then escalate from there.
And also the whole nudist beach thing. The greatest scene ever.
I haven't even seen that episode, but that scene is beautiful. That was like watching Gandhi make out with an angel.
Yes.
I don't know, I don't really like Gandhi. Wow, that was a weird thing to say aloud in public. Oh, jeez. Okay, next topic before I start saying things we're gonna regret. Dude, apparently Twitch is coming to the Xbox One. Like, so you can stream Twitch to the Xbox One.
I guess that's a nice addition, I guess. I don't really care much for the Xbox One, but we'll get to that when we get there.
It sounds interesting though, because then we can see like live Killer Instinct streams, live Titanfall streams.
Or you can see a live Titanfall stream on PC.
Shut up, Ronald.
I am the best.
I think it's an interesting thing. It'll definitely prove interesting, especially because streaming is hard, especially live streaming. Because like this weekend had its guitar out.
But is it as hard as making a horror game? A good horror game?
You wanna know how you make a really good horror game?
You take advice from Plague of Gripes?
Put it on the Dreamcast. The horror of Dreamcast.
You know people still make homebrew games for the Dreamcast and such.
What?
Yeah.
You're lying, right?
No, I'm not. People do that for a lot of old systems. Sometimes.
Like, then people literally just... Yeah, it makes sense that you do it on the Dreamcast, because the Dreamcast is super duper piratable. So it makes sense that you could do the reverse and legit just make a game.
I don't understand how people were supposed to know these secrets were here.
You probably weren't. That's why it's a secret.
Yeah, there should at least be some hint. I mean, I don't really mind, since I actually know where it is for some reason. I don't know. How did I know that? Was it because that...
Probably because you can climb all the way up the ladder and it'll automatically roll you through, I imagine.
Yeah, I guess. Probably it. Right, I can't go up any higher.
Then what? So it's just telling you can only go... Okay, whatever. This game is really well designed. Also, I can't wait to see Killer Instinct streams, because I think that's the best part of, like, Xbox One finally getting Twitch. Because Killer Instinct is awesome.
I'm not a big fighting game guy, but I do like Persona 4, and we're currently getting Persona 4 Arena Ultimate Suplex Arena, whatever they're calling it.
I don't know. You had me in Suplex.
That's literally part of the title.
You're literally part of the title.
I wish. It would probably get me a lot more views.
Not necessarily. Because what if they're just like, oh, that's a witty turn of phrase for their game? Linkonair. I don't know what they're linking on air, but it sounds like it would be cool. That's the way I imagine that conversation would go. Oh my gosh, it's Loch Ness monster.
Boss is dead, we can leave now, we beat the game.
I wish that had happened just once. Like a game that makes you play all the way to the end and they go, yeah, there was never any boss. Deal with it. Go home. I want to make that game now. Not really. That sounds like a lot of work.
I actually think I might have found a programmer who will be willing to work on that Metroidvania game I want to make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, although I won't be able to get a hold of him until the summer.
Why?
That's when he's moving to Jacksonville, apparently.
Oh. Where does he live now?
I don't know. It's a friend of some, it's a brother of somebody I know here.
Oh, okay. How are you supposed to kill it?
Shoot it in the face.
How are you supposed to know when to shoot it in the face?
The nose knows.
It's just jumping randomly. I don't see a pattern. This boss fight's only been on for 20 seconds, but I expected a pattern. Dude, show me the pattern. It's the pattern of
He's taking forever. Come on, do shit.
to do what?
I want to shoot you in the face. Do something.
But you can't. That's not how face shooting works.
Oh, good. I can shoot him in the face now.
He just randomly eventually decides he wants to get up to the top.
I know what his patterns are, but he does them at random. Like, the tell for him doing that jump attack is that. Yes, I screwed up.
First you don't succeed. You get dusted off and try. Don't worry, you've only got 43 minutes so far. I think you're I'm not an expert though. Oh, dude, speaking of experts, I feel like the internet's gonna be kind of sad because the Wii and DS servers are getting shut down by Nintendo.
Yeah, I think that's kind of odd. I mean, until they update their eShop library on the Wii U with all the games that they have on the Wii, they shouldn't do that.
They're probably working on it now. They should be working on it now. They're probably not. They should be working on it.
This guy's almost dead.
What? But you only hit him twice.
Well, he's almost dead. Almost. Piss!
So that was cold water. You're just screwed.
Kind of. Just a little bit. My aim has always kind of sucked with this. Piss! Piss!
You are just taking all these shots in place.
He is almost dead. Almost.
Or not. Don't listen to him. Wizard man. Don't let him control your life.
I am sorry everyone, my aim sucks with this boss.
Oh, yeah.
My coordination isn't what it used to be.
Coordination's about what it ever was.
That and playing with an Xbox controller is kind of awkward.
Don't blame the Xbox pad. The Xbox pad and its shoddy D-pad.
Okay, good. I didn't know.
This is ridiculous.
Woo! That took forever.
Now do a shine spark. End the video with a shine spark.
I can't do it till I gain some momentum. How long have we been recording?
We're going on 45 minutes now.
Oh, we still have time then. I might be able to get one more boss in.
Or you could just do a shine spark. I'm sensing a strong audience demand for Shine Spark.
You know, some people actually have trouble doing the Shine Spark.
Shine Spark at this narrow hallway to death. I have trouble doing Shine Spark, but that's because I'm bad at video games.
Which is weird, considering how often you play them.
It's honestly to be expected. Being good at video games is something that I am not good at. It's mostly because it takes way too much time. You are getting bodied by that tiny ground crab. Wait, did you fight that tiny ground crab that get punched in the face and stabbed in the face by it a lot for a singular energy missile tank?
Huh?
Did you just get assaulted by that tiny ground crab for a singular missile
Yes.
missile tank?
Yes, I did. Got a problem with it?
Yes. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That's my problem with it.
Oh man, it's a math problem.
Okay. Note to self, never record after 9:30. This is awful.
That it
I am
is.
kind of falling asleep. Oh no, there's no time we're recording yet. The illusion's gone.
I didn't even wake up until 4 o'clock, so I'm good.
Oh. I've been up since like 10. Oh, dude. Steam sales, apparently, like, developers... Or Steam's considering letting developers run their own Steam sales.
I know, that sounds pretty interesting. Possibly.
Like, imagine what would happen if somehow there was like a double sale on a game, and it went down ridiculously low.
True.
I think it would actually hopefully be good for video games.
Water level lowered.
Because, like, if the developer can actually set a sale on their own time, one, that'll be really telling of when they need money for whatever reason, like they need to boost their quarter sales or whatever. And two, it can help them test whether or not a game is actually quality depending on what the buy rate is when it's at a lower price, because now the consumers won't be willing to try it out. I guess. I kind of forgot where I was going.
Those rooms not going anywhere. I kind of wish the doors were still locked by missile hatches and such.
I don't know. I like the leveling system. I like the leveling of the doors because it keeps it a lot more streamlined. Because you've already got 63 missiles in like 5 minutes. Spark.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened there.
You almost had a shine spark is what happened.
I did a shine spark into a wall, then I ended up flipping. I don't know how I screwed that up. Let's try this again.
Man, I kind of hope the developer Steam Sales thing proves to be a force for good, because Steam Sales are already a force for good, you know?
Yes.
A glorious, refined, golden crab. Jeez. Yeah, especially because I could just imagine a lot of games developers, especially choosing to put their games on sale at, like, you know, holiday times and whatnot. And then, you know, Steam would further discount it on their own. And that's the thing, really, is does Steam have more control over discounting games themselves? Or is it literally only the developers? Because if it's like only the developers that are allowed to apply discounts on games, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
I mean, on the bright side, are there even any EA games on Steam? Yeah. There's what, the first 2 Dead Spaces, Mass Effect 2.
And 1. But we don't have 3 for some reason, which is stupid.
That's because Origin was out by the time 3 dropped on PC.
Doesn't make it any less stupid.
Nah, it's understandable. It's stupid, but understandable.
I am very tempted to just play through this game for an entire 2.5 hours, just for the hell of it.
Bro, I'm gonna fall asleep.
You're that tired? It's only 11:25. You've only been awake for 12 hours.
Yeah, I don't do all-nighters. I need my sleep. I am weak.
I am an insomniac.
Hello, an insomniac. You remind me of my friend Linkonair. Dad jokes. Did you just shine spark through the door for no reason?
Yes.
What the? Did you just randomly pass through another door?
Yes. Best use of shine spark ever, probably.
I kind of want to just end the video here.
How far are we?
50 minutes, roughly.
Well, we got time. Might as well hit the hour mark.
Gleeton, globbin, movin'. Wait, how many Castlevania games have you played anyway?
I have
subject of
played
Metroid, I guess.
Symphony of the Night, Super Castlevania 4 for the NES, I mean Super NES, and Castlevania Lords of Shadow. That's about it. I love Symphony of the Night. And again, who doesn't? I still need to play Rondo of Blood, though.
Rondo of Blood sounds like a Billy Maybe character. Quick, do a shine spark.
Pretty much.
Oh shit. I like how you shine spark for 5 more missiles you definitely don't need. Because it's not like you have 75 or anything.
I'm impressed I remember this much. I think it's all muscle memory. I'm doing this all on instinct. I'm not even thinking while I'm playing.
Yeah, that describes you a lot of the time.
More so with this game, because I can just play it and not have to worry about dying. Ever.
Oh my gosh, for a split second I thought the missiles had drop physics, and I was really impressed.
They do when you're fighting the nightmare.
Really?
Yep.
Doesn't the missiles just drop on their own?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the tongue from Alien. Quick, get Sigourney Weaver. She knows how to stop this.
Piss. Oh wait, I don't remember what I'm supposed to do now.
Is it get Sigourney Weaver?
Yes.
You're supposed to shine spark and then we end the video, right? No? Okay. I tried.
I think we can do one more boss.
Where is this one more boss of which you speak?
The one that comes after the one that I'm about to fight, and then the one after that. This is a never-ending Let's Play! Not really, though. Well, I wish it were, that would be fun. I love this game.
Yeah, I don't got time for your never-ending Let's Play.
Everyone has time for it, except the people who don't.
Including me.
And you need to watch Shunibyo.
I need to do a lot of things.
And I need to get to work on my Castlevania review rather than procrastinate with this Let's Procrastinate video.
Hey, we're spending good quality time across the internet recording this video.
That we are. It's still procrastinating from what I should be doing, though.
I guess.
And now there should be a hole in the ground. Save room. Recharge station.
Oh my gosh. What the heck is blocking that?
Huh?
What the heck? Suddenly you can blow those up?
Yeah, I got super missiles.
Oh.
Apparently, I didn't even notice it until I started shooting.
Jesus, now you have 85 missiles. We've been playing for an hour and you have almost 100 missiles.
To be fair, the maximum is 250 or 255.
Why would you ever need that many missiles in this game?
Because... Ridley.
Scott? Like the director?
I forgot I had to lure this boss over here.
You have to lure the boss over?
Yep.
What? Is that boss a big dumb spider tank? That thing looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like, I half expect like Curse of Dragon, Dark Magician, next bosses. What is this even? Are you sure this is the Yu-Gi-Oh card, dude?
You only hit it from the top, and you can't hit it while it's firing.
And it seems to be doing a very good job of running against it. Jeez, there's a brain in there. That is brutal.
That it is. Okay, use that.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, the second his writhing corpse stops writhing. Quit writhing, corpse. That is
That one was
not how you
close.
quit writhing, corpse.
I almost got crushed by this.
You can actually get crushed by
I
that?
think so. That would have been a hell of a way to end this Let's Play, though.
And he gets crushed to death. Let's play over. Go home.
Considering I haven't saved once since we started this thing.
Yeah,
Keep that in mind, Michael.
that gets in the way of the speed run. You can't speed run if you're wasting all your time saving the game.
Beat the princess, save the bad guy. I don't know. And that's it. Done.
In the words of the great and powerful Porky Pig, that's all, folks. Have a nice night.